Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Welcome to How to Counter Jenua. Let's get started right away. I made a small tier list. Here we go. Keep in mind, right now, at the time at which I'm recording this video, he's only been out for a single day. Like it's Friday, he was released like yesterday for me. So this is my opinion. I've been playing him, I've been playing against him, so yeah, this is my opinion from playing him for 2 days basically, but still only 2 days, so yeah, this is very subject to change, but yeah, this is my opinion so far. So let's get started with the first unit, which is gonna be Politis. Obviously, Politis, you can she's a cleave unit. If you play slow and your opponent plays slow, she isn't the best unit to pick. Like, she can be okay, don't get me wrong, but she won't be your best option. But if you play fast, then she's definitely a very, 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 very strong pick against Jenua. Simply because she completely counters his kit. So the way Jenua works, he wants to proc S2, ideally not proc immortality right away, but just proc S2, proc the first part of his S2, proc rage, get a turn, press S1, get a free S3, do a lot of damage, go into stealth. If he takes more damage, get immortality, and then take another turn. This is how he's played. Now against Politis, his S2 is it's a passive skill, but with an active component, just like Sermia, sorry, just like Arowell, just like Karina. So because of that, he's gonna proc Politis when he procs his S2. So what's gonna happen is Politis is gonna cut him because she's gonna push 30% and she's gonna cut your own push by half. So you're only gonna push 25%, right? So she's gonna push ahead of him, and now you have multiple possible scenarios. So either he proc immortality on the turn, and then she's gonna strip it because this reduces buff duration by 1 turn. So if he had immortality already, she's gonna strip it and she's gonna kill him right after by pressing S3. Second case scenario, he hadn't procced immortality yet because he only got below 50% HP, but not so low that he would die. In which case, if she does enough damage, which she most of the time she will. If she does enough damage, she's gonna proc his immortality with her S2 and strip it in the same turn, because that's how this interaction works. If the S2 does enough damage to proc immortality, it's damage, immortality procs, and then the strips happens. So the strip happens. So yeah, she's gonna strip it in the same turn and then she's gonna kill him. Or third case scenario, she doesn't do enough damage to proc his immortality with S2, which is the best case scenario for Jenua. She's still gonna take the turn and she's gonna press S3 and give you blind and unbuffable, which means you won't get your attack buff from pressing S1, and you'll potentially miss your S3. So yeah, Politis, if you play Jenua against Politis, you're basically -1 unit, which is not ideal. So pretty much always a force ban. Then we have Iseria. I sadly do not have her, but it's not exactly the same concept actually, but it's something a bit similar in that she can just strip his immortality and kill him. So the way Iseria works though, you kinda want to ban mitigation, because the way it works is Iseria is gonna press S3, it's gonna proc your S2, and if it procs your immortality in the same turn, it's gonna strip it and it's gonna kill you. It's not only gonna strip it, it's gonna kill you as well, because Iseria does extra damage on S3 that proc the same way SSB drinks proc. It's gonna proc after the strip. So S3, you proc immortality, she strips it, you die instantly. Jenua is dead. hasn't done anything. You have to be careful though, because if your opponent, like if Jenua has mitigation, Iseria won't actually do enough damage, like most of the time, depends on the Iseria obviously, but she might not do enough damage to kill him. In which case, she's just gonna proc him, he's gonna cleanse with S2, he's gonna push, and then he's gonna do his thing. So yeah, if you play Iseria, like she does hard counter him in a way, because S3 can just kill him right away, but you also need to keep in mind, you need to actually kill, otherwise just gonna proc, cleanse, and kill your team. Now for the next unit, it's gonna be Arowell. So yeah, Politis, Iseria, mostly if you play a bit more aggressive, bit on the aggressive side, or if you cleave, right? For turn 2, those aren't exactly like the units you want to play the most, but I mean they can be okay. Yeah, not ideal. Now units that are more suited for turn 2. We have Arowell, who is a decent counter. She isn't the best, but she's definitely up there, simply because as I said before, Jenua's S2 is his S2 proc as an active component. So like the same way like Karina works, right? Or AOL. So if you stun him, and then you proc his S2 is gonna go on cooldown, and it won't proc because he won't cleanse. He doesn't cleanse if he's slept or if he's stunned. So if you stun him and then you proc him, he's completely useless. But the other way around also works, which is fairly important. So if you proc him and your Arowell is taking the turn, which should be the case if you play slow, because like for instance for me the turn order is usually gonna be, so Yufin goes, she proc, like most Jenua are gonna be fast, like at least like 190 plus. So he's gonna go first, like his first turn doesn't do all that much because he really wants Enrage. And then if he didn't actually get to proc from like my counters turn 1, so he presses 3 turn 1, he doesn't kill because he doesn't do that much damage, then he's gonna go at the bottom of the CR bar, and then Yufin is gonna go, proc him, he's gonna push 25% only because I have Yufin, and then my Arowell is gonna go, and she's gonna strip him, and then she's gonna stun him, and then he's gonna be completely useless. So yeah, that's another option. That doesn't work if he has cleanse though. So like for instance, if he has a Laya, she's gonna press S1 turn 1, potentially fish for a counter, and then on turn 2 she can just cleanse him. So keep that in mind. Like ideally you want the other way around. You want stun and then you proc him. That's the best case scenario. Right? So yeah, this is for Arowell. Good, like she's a good counter, but you need proper tuning basically. You might run into issues because of that. DDR now. DDR is a bit, I mean, it's kind of similar to Arowell, but not that much. It's similar in the way, in the second case scenario, basically. So for DDR, you'll want to proc Jenua and then sleep him. That's how it's gonna work. So yeah, like this isn't as hard to do simply because DDR is very fast, right? Like most DDR are like 230, like between 230 and 260, I'd say. Like sometimes you're on Soul Consolation as well, which helps him cycle, and then he just to like pushes him for free. So yeah, like because of that, it's not that hard to do. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna proc Jenua, and then you're gonna sleep him, and then he's gonna be completely useless. You can do the other way around though, because unlike Arowell, like it's a sleep, not a stun. So if you sleep him and then proc him, I mean, he's gonna wake up because like your proc is gonna do damage, so you're gonna wake him up. So yeah, you have to go the other way around this time. But DDR, pretty good counter, pretty annoying overall. Yeah, like it's one of the reasons why, like most of the time, because of like DDR and Arowell, right? I play Sharon a lot when I play this bozo, when I play Jenua. Like it's actually pretty decent synergy. It's not that good synergy wise because let's be real, like one of the main focus of like one of the best part of her kit is her defense break, but he already has 100% defense pen on S3, so yeah. But still nice. Like mostly the fact that she prevents him from getting CC'd, basically. Okay. Now for the last two, Candy and Adin. Those are very soft counters, like they're not like very reliable. So the reason why Candy works is because she gives your entire team like obviously she gives your entire team crit chance reduction. She has crit chance reduction herself, right? She has 70% chance to not get crit. And the reason why this is so good against him is because Jenua is a very front-loaded unit. What I mean by that is that he needs to kill you early on, because then it just dies, kinda, right? Like if he, once he procs, like his immortality is like once per game. Like there's no cooldown, it's actually once per game, that's all. And his S2 is once every 4 turns with Molat. But like 4 turns is a very long time to live when you're this squishy. It's very hard to live for that long, especially against like stuff like Candy and whatnot, right? So because of that, he really wants to kill you within the first 2 turns, basically. He really wants to get going and kill you within the first 2 turns. And Candy is really good at stopping that because he has no way to guarantee that he crits. That being said, sometimes you're just gonna get crit and die. So that's why I'm not like, she's not a hard counter, she's a soft counter. She's a good pick, but she has her issues. But she's definitely a good pick. And then finally, Adin, you don't want this build or you want a faster Adin. The reason why she's good against him is because, like, assuming she doesn't get hit by something else earlier on, and assuming she gets to take a turn, which, like, it's a lot of assumptions already, but, like, I mean, this is what it is. Assuming those conditions are fulfilled, then she can, at worst, she's gonna trade 1-for-1 with him. Because what you're gonna do is you're gonna press S3 on him, on Jenua, it's gonna proc him, and then your entire team is invincible. So best case scenario for him is gonna take the turn, he's gonna S1 Adin, he's gonna kill her, assuming he lands, obviously. But a best case scenario for him is a 30% chance to go 1-for-1. Otherwise, he miss, she counters, it doesn't do any damage. Yeah, he died doing absolutely nothing. So Adin, decent counter. Again, not extremely reliable, but she's there with Candy. Like those are two decent options, basically. Like not hard counters, but decent soft counter. Yeah, that's it. Maybe I'll show some draft if some of you are interested. I've been playing him a lot, so, but I mean, I've been hinting a lot too, so I don't know if it's that useful, but I mean, why not? Yeah, maybe seeing him win isn't that useful overall, but yeah. Where did I lose? This was, I picked Celine, so I lost for no reason. Yeah, this is like Zio plus Ran is really annoying for him too. But like I didn't put them in the list because they're not counters by themselves. They're counter assuming they have follow-up. So like Zio is very good because he pushes him back potentially, which is really annoying, right? Because he pushes back 40%. So assuming the rest of your team is fast and can CC him or like strip him, you can just kill him off before he does anything, right? Because you push him back 40%, you do some damage, he procs his S2, he only pushes back 50, so he pushes 10% total, right? Because like 50 minus 40. And then the rest of his team goes, and then if he has like any strip or any CC, he just dies. And Ran also, if you run S3 onto Jenua into no mitigation, you're gonna one-shot him, he won't die, he will proc, but you're gonna strip his immortality on the same turn, the same way Iseria works, except Ran doesn't have extra damage, which means Jenua won't die, so you need follow-up. Like it's not just run S3 and then GG, it's like run S3 and then we do something. Because otherwise it's gonna push, it's gonna cut, it's gonna kill your team. But yeah, Ran is a decent pick for that. Like Ran, Zio are fairly annoying. What else? Yeah, Candy Arowell, pretty annoying. Candy Arowell, and then this works, but it's a 50-50 chance to strip, so it's not very reliable, but it's still there. Candy, and then like yeah, Arowell, Adin, DDR. So yeah, like there you have it. All of those, like pretty, like anything that can disrupt him basically is fairly annoying overall. anything that can disrupt him is fairly annoying overall. But yeah. Anyway, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you have a great day. Peace.